It is 9:26. You know, this forecast is having ripple effects on several different aspects of our lives. Sometimes, though, we get a little worked up about a social media post.
Like this one. Have you seen it? Warning of the possibility of exploding trees because of the cold. This thing went crazy viral. It got a lot of people wondering, is this a real thing? So this morning we are getting to the bottom of it. We're joined by Arborist Gustafson from Davey Tree Service. A little deep dive on this phenomenon. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
On a very cold morning, so we appreciate it. Right out the gate, is this a thing?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So trees don't explode and send wood shattering and trees tipping over here and there, but there is kind of a pop in the tree. When it gets this cold, the sap freezes, the ice expands inside the tree, and it can create pressure in the tree, and it creates a frost crack. And sometimes when that initial crack happens, it can pop and be really loud, just like a gunshot. So almost like a mini explosion, but not the whole tree blowing up or anything.
Okay, so are there specific types of trees? You just mentioned sap being a part of it, but that are more popular for exploding?
Yeah, I personally have seen it a lot in like maples and lindens, but the thin bark trees, which are maples and lindens, and those are the more common trees that I see it in. But it can happen in just about any tree.
Is there a threshold? Like, does it have to get to a certain temp for this to happen?
There is a certain temp. I don't know that off the top of my head, but it also happens more commonly when we have fast temperature drops like we did yesterday.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. So, is there things we can do to prevent this, knowing that where we live, this is a possibility like once a year?
The best thing is just do what you can to keep the tree healthy. So if we're in a drought period, you know, make sure the tree's adequately watered and things like that. But yeah, it's nature, some things we can't control.
Sure.
Are there signs, again, early on, like that potentially there would be trees? Obviously, you're always looking for what potentially could be a dead tree or things like that. Are there signs to look for in the spring or in the fall that this might be a problem tree later?
Not necessarily, because it's usually internal and it's the sap expanding, so you can't necessarily see or predict when and where it's going to happen.
If it does happen, is it like, is there no return, like it's done?
Nope. The tree can usually stand and it's usually fine, but it's good to have it inspected by a certified arborist. The crack can produce some structural instability, so it's good to have it inspected. But if it does crack, it doesn't mean you have to cut your tree down immediately or anything like that.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, that's not what I was expecting for your answer. Final question, have you had calls about this season?
Not this season yet, but we're probably expecting some because when it gets this cold, some of the cracks can open up a couple inches and it's pretty drastic.
So we should go check our trees.
Yeah.
Like if they're not something you can actively see from your window, go do a walk around.
Yeah, when it warms up, get outside and
even
check out your trees.
Like wait till Sunday maybe.
I don't want to come out today and check that for you.
Good stuff. Thank you for explaining this to us because yes, the headline is quite alarming, but interesting kind of the science behind it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, from that to this, an art installation on a frozen lake, so Minnesota.